friends, it's Jacqueline here. In today's video, I'm bringing you my review, swatches, comparisons, and this makeup look using the newest addition to Charlotte Tilbury's Holiday 2020 collection, her luxury palette in Fire Rose, and her super lipsticks. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I hope that you will consider and subscribe to my channel, ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. And now, if you want to see all the details about this collection and this makeup look, then just keep on watching. So right when you thought that Charlotte Tilbury was done at dropping jewels to us for her Holiday 2020 collection, here you go, she has more and more and more and more. I mean, like, she's not going to stop, and it's quite a bit. And I got my hands into the last pieces of the puzzle, and this is the luxury palette of Pops in Fire Rose, as well as her 3 new lipsticks. Oh my. These items, they were first and exclusively available at Charlotte Tilbury's Wonderland Boutique in California, and I live in California, and I was able to place my order and they sent it to me right away. Also, I want to say thank you so much to Danielle. I don't know if she's watching me, but she works at the Wonderland, and I'm just so grateful for the spectacular customer service that they have in there. Okay friends, so as of today, when I'm filming this video, the lipsticks are available at Charlotte Tilbury's website. I will be linking every single thing, all my makeup, on the description box below as per usual. And now let's talk about these babies right here. So let's start first with the luxury palette, and this is again in the shade Fire Rose. And as you can tell, the design of this unicorn that looks kind of like amber shade is the theme of this year. I mean, we have seen it on her highlighter, also on her Bejeweled, Eyes to Hypnotize, and also on the luxury palette of Pops in Dazzling Diamonds. All of these products right here, I have reviewed them, so I will be leaving it up on the cards. You will see a playlist and you can check them all out. I have a ton of comparisons on absolutely everything. Okay friends, this luxury palette costs $53 and is made in Italy. Something that I have noticed though, it is the actual weight. This palette weighs 4.5 grams. Other palettes from Charlotte Tilbury, they weigh 5.2 grams. Now, when she came out with the color, I don't remember the name, the color-coded eyeshadows, this one right here has 5 grams of product. So she started to kind of like lower it down, but she's not lowering down the price. So it's like minimal amounts, but you know, it's something that we want to pay attention of, because perhaps I think aside to Chanel and Chantecaille, Charlotte Tilbury is very, it's a luxury brand. It's high-end, and then, you know, the price is steep. And then if we talk about ounces, is 0.15 ounces of product. So let's just open it up. So this is the beauty. It's the same kind of compact design that we saw on her Dazzling Diamonds Pop palette. Just the same one, which I really appreciate she did this. Okay, and there you go. Here it is. The palette comes with a very nice size mirror, and then you have your 4 different shades in the same system that we know, which is Prime, Enhance, Smoke, and Pop. And if you're wondering, I do film in natural light, so hopefully this video right here really helps you to see how true to color it is. And in fact, today I'm kind of fighting with the clouds and the weather, because it's kind of like sun is coming and then clouds are coming. It's kind of like a weird day. Okay friends, let's go into swatches. Ooh, it feels actually nice and creamy. And okay, this is a new formula for Charlotte Tilbury. Yes, yeah, this is her new matte formula, and these ones right here, they feel buttery creamy. Do you see this shade right here? Isn't it amazing? Prime, Enhance, Pop, and Smoke. Look at that matte shade. Do you saw how it glides And the pigmentation, that's incredible. Okay, let me get you closer and let's start with an eye look. Sonia G Jumbo Blender and Prime. And I'm just gonna take this shade all over my eyelid. Now this has a little bit of a pink hue, and that's nothing to surprise any of us. If you know Charlotte Tilbury, she's all about pinks, she's all about reds. Sonia G Mini Booster and Enhance. So if you're new here, I usually when I do a review of a palette, I don't use a primer. I just use concealer and a little bit of setting powder just to see how the shades work without any help of a primer, because a primer will help, you know, longevity and color payoff, etc. Okay, going back to these, I'm gonna take this shade and I'm just gonna apply it on the outer third, and then I'm gonna take it right on my crease. Scott Barnes number 62 brush, and the shade is Smoke, and I'm just gonna apply it on the outer V. Sonia G Builder Pro and the shade Pop, and I'm gonna apply this shade completely dry. Okay, this is not her typical celestial shade. I'm gonna go back again to the same shade, and I'm gonna use it wet with some MAC Fix Plus. Definitely you can achieve more intensity that way using it wet. Now let's go ahead and use it with a finger application. Definitely to get that very foil effect, better is to use the tools that you already have included. Fingers. Yep. Finger application it is. Referral to brush and to enhance. I'm going to take this shade and apply it on my lower lash line. Sonia G Flat Definer and the shade Smoke. And I'm taking it on my outer third of my lower lash line. And I'm also going to apply it on my upper lash line and just kind of create a mini wing. Refer 03 brush and the shade Prime. Applying it on my inner corner and on my brow bone. I'm going to take it a little bit right here on my lower lash line. For my waterline, I'm going to go to Chanel Psyche eyeliner. And I'm applying it on my upper lash line. And now I really want to go into the lipsticks. So there are two lipsticks on the Kissing formula, which is her satin formula, and one in the Matte Revolution formula, matte formula. And the shades are Super You, Super Nude, and Super Starlit. Super You is the one that is matte, and here is the unit cards. And then right here they say what type of formula you're getting. Kissing formula, and then the Matte Revolution. And then on the back is where the shades are at. And they have a shelf life of 18 months. They are made in Italy and they cost $34 a piece. And that's the same price as any of her lipsticks. They are $34. Okay, now let's unbox them. So honestly, I'm super excited for this packaging because I hope she changes to this type of packaging. I mean, like, so bejeweled. Look at this. Look at this one right here. Do you see the little jewels? Isn't it this gorgeous? And then the CT on the top. So pretty, so elegant. All of them, they are bejeweled. So here we go. We have here Super Nude. And this is in the Kissing Satin formula. Now this shade right here is more of like a cool tone. It does have a little bit of pink in it. Now let's go for Super You. And this is in her Matte Revolution formula. other shade was a little bit more cooler tone. This one is pulling out just a little bit more warm. Next on the kissing formula is Super Starlet. This is a gorgeous terracotta reddish shade. I mean, like, nice and warm. I mean, like, perfect for the holidays, but also as we're here right now, you know, fall time. Lovely shade. Okay friends, now done with the makeup look, swatches and all of that, let's jump really quick into comparisons. Out of all the quads that I have on my collection, I think the one that has some similarities is Mesmerizing Maroons, which I have it right here on my left hand side. And on my right hand side, I have Fire Rose. Fire Rose on this side and Mesmerizing Maroon on this side. Walk of Shame on my left side and Fire Rose on my right hand. Fire Rose on my right side, Walk of Shame on my left side. Vintage Vamp on my left side and Fire Rose on my right hand. Fire Rose on the right side and Vintage Vamp on the left side. Charlotte Tilbury also has come out with an instant eye palette in Pillow Talk. I don't think there's much to compare on it because Pillow Talk, these shades right here, they are more of like a raspberry, true pink undertone. The new Fire Rose, I mean, yeah, no, there's nothing I like to it. And now let's go to the Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize, and this is the Holiday palette. Okay, and from this palette, I'm gonna go to this shade right here, then this shade over here, and then this shade. Okay, so they are not, I mean, like, there's different undertones, but there's a couple similarities. The one from Fire Rose, so Fire Rose, I have it right here on this side, and this is from the Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize. This is definitely deeper. This one has another undertone. I mean, it's a lot warmer. These are kind of close, but this is cooler in tone, and these ones, I mean, they do both have a pink undertone. And let's see, let me just go into this shade right here and then this shade over here. Yeah, they are even like the finish. This one is from Fire Rose. Do you see, this is a different formulation. This is very impactful, and this one is a lot warmer. This is from the Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize of this year. I mean, definitely we can see right here a, yeah, this is Charlotte Tilbury. She just likes her reds, likes her pinks, and this is what it sells for her, and that's why she brings it back over and over again. And before we go into comparisons of the lipsticks, I wanna just mention a few. For example, Chanel came for the fall 2020 collection with these palettes. This one right here is in Candeur et Séduction, and I mean, we kind of like see this trend, this color story, all these reddish pink tones, maroony tones, and here I have, if you really wanted to see them side by side, here you go. I'm not gonna go into swatches because the palettes, I mean, they have kind of like similar color story, but yet they are different. Now let's go into the comparisons of the lipsticks. I have here Super Nude, and I'm just gonna put it right in the middle, and I'm gonna compare it with Very Victoria and Pillow Talk in Medium 2. In the middle is Super Nude. Now let's go into Super Starlet. And you know what? For the life of me, I cannot find my, what is it called? Red Susan. Susan Red is from the Hot Lips too. I cannot find it, but I think that shade is a little bit, it has even more terracotta in it than this one, but it may be a little bit close. Maybe I can post it on my Instagram as soon as I find it. I have them all in, you know, like I have them pretty organized, but I cannot find it. Okay, anyhow, let's go here with Walk of No Shame. And believe me when I'm telling you that I have like 30 or plus Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, I have a ton. Now let's go into Super You. And I'm just gonna put it right here, kind of like in the middle. And here is Pillow Talk. Same, kind of very, very close family. Then this is from her wedding collection, is Wedding Bells. So right now the new shade is in between. This has more pink in it. And then I have also from the wedding collection, Mrs. Kisses, Dance Floor Princess, and this is from her Hot Lips 2. By the way, I have swatches, lip swatches on all of these, pretty much all of them, if not all of them, here on my channel. So that's a lot lighter. Again, this is the new one. And then the last lipstick is Glowing Gen from her Hot Lips 2. And I'm just gonna put it up here. This has more red in it. Again, this is the new one. Lots of pinks undertone right here. Alrighty, my friends, and now going into my final thoughts. Let's start with this little friend right here, the Luxury Palette. This is a completely new formula from Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know if she's gonna change it completely as, you know, time comes and new releases come. I have no idea about it, or if this is something only for the holidays. Now, if we talk about the holiday, you know, a holiday palette, this is certainly a holiday palette, because during the holidays, I mean, you want to look perhaps a little bit more glam, you know, if you're going to an evening event or something like that, and this will give it to you. This has a beautiful pink undertone. This shade right here is not your typical celestial pop shade from Charlotte Tilbury. You're able to see it. I mean, obviously it will depend on how you apply it. I did 3 types of applications today, one with a brush, then with the brush wet, and then with my finger. And you can see that you can actually manipulate this shade and give the look that you want. And I think that is very versatile and, you know, a little bit more chameleonic, although it's in nature, it's a foil shade that it seems like it's a hybrid between a metallic foil shade with a little bit of a pop of a celestial shade, because you will see this glistening still on your eyes. But I mean, like, it's just such a beautiful and different formulation. All these shades, I mean, like all the shades right here, they were buttery soft. I mean, they do have a lot of emollients in it that they blend seamlessly. Thing to note right here, these 2 shades are more between the satin borderline metallic, but again, you have a lot of control on how to build the pigmentation and how, you know, like depending on the brush that you use, it will give you a different, either more delicate finish or a little bit more impactful finish. So you have a lot right here to work with. And this matte shade is her new formula, the one that we found in the Haze palette, the one that is in her new Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize palette. That's the formula of this matte shade. I mean, you were able to see how, I mean, for being a red base tone to go with that full pigmentation, I mean, the color payoff, it's amazing. Some people may be a little bit like, oh, what's going on with my celestial pop shade? But like I said, you can manipulate this shade right here however you want to. All the colors right here are just so beautiful. Have we seen something similar from Charlotte Tilbury? I mean, in terms of color story of the shade selection, yes, but not on the formula and on the finish. That is where the difference relies on this palette, and very much a holiday palette too. Now, going into the lipsticks, I think the color selection is fantastic. I love this beautiful, what's it called, Super Starlet. I mean, it's a terracotta base kind of red, warm red tone. I mean, not very typical for a holiday, but I think it's different and I like it because, you know, we have seen so much like deep, strong, you know, like the typical reds that we all have in our collections, that this is just a different take, which I really like. And plus, I mean, like Charlotte Tilbury, she does have reds on her lipstick line, so we can find it no matter what. I love how she bejeweled the top right there. I mean, like, oh, this is just so fantastic. It just feels more luxury. Also, like if you want to give it for a present to somebody, this is just like a little bit of like, right there. I love it. And then these two shades, super nude. This is a perfect pink cool tone nude, which I absolutely love. I mean, like this is very, I'm like, if you like pillow talk, I'm sure you will like this one right here, because this is kind of like in the family of pillow talk, you know, like it's just so beautiful. And then you have here your Super You. The Super You is just your basic nude. It's a little bit warmer in comparison to the other tone, but not as warm as other shades from Charlotte Tilbury, which I love. I mean, the shade selection right here for the lipsticks, I mean, she did fantastic. Let me just tell you that. And I'm so happy that she's not charging extra money, because putting the little jewels is still $34. I'm just a little bit curious, Charlotte, are you gonna be giving us less and less and less product and still charging us the same? We're watching you, darling, right there. Okay, my friends, and I think this makes it for this video. I hope that this is helpful and informative for you, because at the end of the game, that's what I really want to know. I would love to know from you. If you're planning to pick up any of these products, the palette, the lipsticks, which of the lipsticks, all of the lipsticks, let's start the conversation on the comment section down below. And while you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, I hope that you will consider and subscribe to my channel, ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. Here on this channel, I upload frequently a lot of reviews, hauls, first impressions. I mean, we do a lot right here. And again, I would love for you to become part of the family. If you have a minute, I would love for you to come and follow me on my Instagram. Right there, I show you close up of the products that I'm reviewing and other products as well. Plus, it keeps us connected, because I think I repeat it time and time again, and I'm gonna repeat it perhaps for the next few weeks, that YouTube is stopping the notifications. At least my understanding is that you will receive email notifications, but not, you know, like the text message or, you know, like phone notifications, that sort of thing. So just so we can stay connected, come and follow me again on my Instagram. If you learned something from this video, if this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and also share with family and friends, so that way we are consumers, that we are more informed, and that way we make wise decisions on our purchases. Thank you so much again for watching, and until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.